Takes a village, because for all means for all. Together we'll break down any wall. Linked in love, we won't disarm. We're uniting the grassroots army strong. So press play, feel the spark. This is where the movement starts. It takes a village and we're the proof. Truth in action, raising the roof. It takes a village. It takes a village. We rise together, louder than fear. One voice, one fire, crystal clear. From every banner, every street, unity moves on dancing feet. We rise together, we're strong. A million hearts singing one song.
Hello, everybody. Please put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Is it Friday? It is Friday. I see you in the chat, Matt. Thank you so much for being here. I just need to do a little bit of housekeeping for a moment. So bear with me as I get my settings and my life together here. Guys, thank you guys so much for joining us. Please remember to tab up that screen. Let's get as many folks in here as possible. We've got a really good one tonight. And I would love to get as many people in front of this person as possible. So that would be super fantastic. If you could do that, tap up the live, share out, add it to your stories, all those things. Also, what else was I going to tell you? Oh, guys, drop where you're watching from. I would love to know where everybody is tonight. And yeah, okay, that's cool. Boy, we have a lot of moderators. Cool. Still getting my life together. Yes. Okay, I've been working on something all afternoon, and it's something that I would love to talk to you guys about without an echo. But first, let's get to the main reason that we are here. I'm going to, I know that we are here to speak to a man. Hello, are you there?
I am, yes.
Fabulous. All right, sit tight for just a few minutes. And before we actually jump into the show, is it Levine or Levine?
Levine.
Levine. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Okay.
Yeah, just like the singer from Maroon 5.
See, I referred to you as Adam earlier, and my friend laughed at me. So, so yeah, okay. Sit tight for just a second. We've got a little intro that we got to do. We've got a fantastic segment that we do every time. So if you could just hang tight for just a minute, get yourself something to drink, get yourself a little snacky poo, and we'll get started.
All right.
Hydrate. It's very important. Good evening, Village. Welcome, everybody, into It Takes a Village, the show where we gather together sometimes, several times a week, to stare directly into the flaming dumpster fire of American politics and somehow still walk away believing that people are worth fighting for. Barely, but still. Because, wow, what a week. Eggs cost $14. Congress is acting like a middle school cafeteria with worst conflict resolution skills. Billionaires are launching themselves into space while teachers are buying pencils on Etsy. And somewhere in America, currently, at this very moment, there's a man in wraparound sunglasses recording a Facebook Live from the driver's seat of a pickup truck, explaining why he understands economics better than an actual economist, Lordy, because he once financed his jet ski at 29 APR. And yet somehow, despite all of that, regular people keep showing up. And that's the miracle, right? It's not the politicians, not the consultants, not the billionaire donors. It's the people. The exhausted teachers, the single moms, the union workers, the queer kids trying to survive in states actively auditioning for the role of Florida 2. The folks who still believe their communities deserve hospitals, libraries, roads, dignity, and maybe one single election cycle where democracy doesn't feel like a hostage negotiation. And tonight's guest is somebody stepping into that fight willingly, which honestly should probably qualify him for either public office or intensive therapy. Maybe both. I don't know. So tonight we're being joined by Matthew Levine. Yes, I said that right, I believe. Democratic candidate for Missouri's 6th Congressional District. And let's be honest here, running as a Democrat in a deeply red district either takes courage, stubbornness, optimism, or the complete inability to read political data. It's probably all four, let's be real. But these races actually matter because there are people in rural America and they deserve representation too. Shocking, I know. They deserve health care. It's stunning. They deserve functioning infrastructure as well. And contrary to what cable news sometimes implies, not everybody living in rural districts wakes up every morning screaming at library books and threatening the local school board. Some people just want decent jobs, affordable groceries, and politicians who don't behave like raccoons fighting in a Buc-ee's parking lot. So tonight we're going to talk about what pushed Matt into politics, what Democrats are getting wrong, and what voters are angry about, and whether there's still room in this country for candidates who actually give a damn about ordinary people. Just a reminder, chat, do your thing, tap that screen like it owes you money, share the live, tell us where you're watching from, and remember, if we get to 100,000 likes, 100,000 little hearts, we're going to make a donation to this man's campaign. So it's really important that you stay engaged and let this algorithm know that we are here and we are participating. Every time that you engage with political content that isn't rage bait created by a Russian bot farm, an algorithm loses its wings. And we love that. Before we get started, though, we have our favorite segment of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Jen is not even on the panel. Jen, what are you doing? Let me bring Jen up for Journeys with Jen. Hang on just a second, folks. My goodness. It's just, it's a Friday. What are we doing here? What are we doing? Connecting. Ah, there she is. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hey.
Hey.
So I wanted to just, bring up one of my favorite topics, which is the need to make sure that you know if you're registered to vote or not. We have a bunch of shenanigans going on all across the country, but we also have a ton of primaries that are coming up. We have this Tuesday some races in Texas.
Yes.
And I'm going to swap over my little photo here. But we need to just make sure that we are getting the word out that there are great apps out there to make sure that you are registered to vote, that you have not fallen off of your voter registration. One of my favorites is vote411.org. You can see what's on your ballot. You can register if you're not already registered. But again, most importantly, checking that registration status. We have not heard, only once or twice, that people have gone to their primaries and found that they were no longer on the voter roll. So that is something that we need to be checking and making sure that we're aware of.
And what's that address?
It is www.vote411.org.
Incredible. I am just sharing out the live. Awesome. Thank you so much for that. Is that all that you wanted to share? Not that that's like a little thing, but.
No, that's it. And like I said, I think that, people tend to,
yeah, sorry.
Thank you. Tend to talk about how, we're not going to have races when we are having races. We're having them frequently right now. We are going to have them, up until midterm. So I think it's important to, even though there's a bunch of fuckery going on, we do have to focus on the fact that these primaries are important, and we need to make sure that we're getting the word out.
Absolutely. I don't think I can't disagree with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Okie dokie. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you, Jen. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Very important for you guys to keep that address in your favorite places where you keep addresses, okay? And we will be able to put it in the chat and also in the Discord for you as well. You know, one of the strangest things about this moment in history is how easy it is to feel small. Every day we open our phones and there's another catastrophe, another cruelty, another headline that sounds like it was generated by AI trained exclusively on stress dreams and gas station sushi. Yum. And after a while, people start to wonder, what is the point? What difference can I possibly make? And here's the thing. Movements aren't built by famous people. They're built by regular people. They're built by ordinary people doing small things consistently while exhausted. It's the women making protest signs on the kitchen table after a 10-hour shift. It's the teachers who buy snacks for their kids out of their own paychecks. It's the person quietly driving somebody to a medical appointment. It's the volunteer sending postcards. It's the exhausted mom showing up at a school board meeting anyway. It's that scared little kid who says, actually, no, I deserve to exist exactly as I am. History does not only belong to presidents and billionaires. History belongs to people who refuse to surrender their humanity. And honestly, that's the part that they're absolutely terrified of. Because systems built on greed require people to become numb. They need us to be isolated. They need us to be distracted and overwhelmed and fighting each other over the few crumbs that they leave for us while corporations walk out the back door carrying the entire bakery. And I'm sorry, but I really wanted that fucking croissant. Okay? But every time people build community anyway, every time somebody chooses compassion anyway, every time ordinary people organize anyway, the machine breaks just a little. And maybe that sounds cheesy. Fine. I'll be cheesy. The world is on fire, you guys, and we deserve mozzarella. So tonight, if you're tired, good. If you're paying attention, even better. If you're angry, that's the best thing. These things are worth being angry about. But don't let them convince you that kindness is weakness or that hope is stupidity. Hope is rebellion now. And every single one of you showing up here tonight proves that the village still exists. And speaking of people willing to step into the arena instead of yelling at strangers from the comment section of a Facebook meme posted by somebody's uncle named Patriot Wolf 1776, tonight we are joined by Matthew Levine, Democratic candidate for Missouri's 6th Congressional District. And let's be honest, running as a Democrat in a deeply red district is very brave. It's either that or the political equivalent of trying to fight a tornado with a folding chair. And these races matter because there are people in these places and they deserve representation, as I said earlier. They deserve functioning schools. They deserve representation that doesn't involve culture war panic every time somebody reads a library book featuring empathy. So tonight we're going to talk about what pushed Matt into politics, what's broken in Washington, what we're doing wrong, and what hope actually looks like in places that too many people have completely written off. So thank you so much for being here, everybody. Chat, you guys know what to do. Tap that screen like it owes you money. If we get to 100,000 likes, we'll make a donation to Matt's campaign. And yeah, those donations matter. They absolutely matter. And we hope that you guys will continue to tap up that screen like crazy. Last month, we were able to provide a donation to both Brandon Wade's campaign and through Jeff Pixley's campaign, and they're both running for office in Oklahoma, Matt. So if you are not familiar with those guys, I would highly suggest that you get in touch with them because they are awesome, and hopefully you guys will be working together. So
Hopefully. That's the goal.
That's the goal. Awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for taking the time to join us tonight. If you would like to turn on your camera so everybody can see your beautiful face, that would be marvelous and wonderful. You have a cat.
I have two, yes.
You have two cats? Okay, what are their names?
Honey's the one that you can hear.
Mm-hmm.
She is running in and out of this room. And then Nugget is hiding in the library.
Nice. Nugget. That's such a great name for a cat. Amazing. Awesome. Okay, so for people meeting you here for the first time, who are you and what made you decide, it sounds like super emotionally stable. Let's run for Congress. What made you decide that this was the moment?
The crazy that you've been mentioning going on.
It's overwhelming. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, here in Missouri in 2024, we had Amendment 3 and Proposition A pass through the state, but then our state legislators decided to veto it, and they're putting it back on the ballot in November. And I was talking with my manager at the time when I was working at GameStop before I got my new job that I'm at now, and we were talking about it. And he goes, well, why don't you run and make a difference? And so, talking with my wife for months about it, she eventually was like, okay, fine. I had to get her approval first.
Amazing. Of course. Okay, so wait, tangent here. We have to take a little step back here, okay? How long did you work for GameStop?
About a year.
Okay.
But I'm off and on now, seasonal.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
It's really funny. My husband works for GameStop too. And you might know him, but I'm not gonna drop his name here, but I'll send you a message and you'll be like, oh my God, you're married to that guy? Yeah. Yeah. So that's funny. Small world. Can you tell us a little bit about your constituency and the people that you are hoping to represent?
So District 6 runs from the city of Kansas City, and it goes all the way up to Iowa, all the way over to the west side of the state, and then down just north of St. Louis. It is about 38 counties, give or take, right now anyways.
That's crazy.
But just like Texas and California and Virginia, they gerrymandered the state, so we're not really sure how many counties we're going to have. Because we got over 300,000 signatures to overturn the gerrymander. But it's up to the governor now.
Do you like your governor, or are they kind of a slime ball?
No. I'm just going to be honest. I don't.
That's fine. Appreciate the honesty.
Yeah, he is like every other Republican or MAGA Republican and just does what Trump wants.
Ugh. I'm in North Texas, and I fully understand what your governor's lips look like when they're attached to the ass of the president. I'm fully aware. It's an image I cannot get out of my head ever. So, yeah. Super fun. So you're running as a Democrat in Missouri's 6th district, which is not exactly Berkeley with tractors. So why was this race important enough for you to jump into?
Well, being such a big campaign, because it's the federal, not the state level, I was following Sam Graves, because he is the current representative, but he decided to retire, which is good. And I was just trying to see exactly what he's done for the people of his district.
Were you disappointed? You were disappointed.
Very disappointed. Yes, he did some good things at the beginning, but he's been in office for over 20 years now. And it just seems like after his first couple terms, he just started doing it for himself to line his pocket like most of Congress Republicans do.
I love
Um,
that.
and that's the difference between him and myself is I'm not in it for me. I'm in it for the people because that's my background. My background has been in education and now for TSA. And so it's always been public service and helping the people. And seeing that he failed to help the people, I was like, well, someone needs to step up and actually do his job.
Yeah. Yeah. And honestly, trust in Congress right now is in the basement. Like it's so far beyond, and we'll get to that because I have ideas, and we're gonna talk about them. Okay. So a lot of rural communities are feeling abandoned by both parties. I feel like there is a huge gap of awareness when it comes to rural America. As somebody who lives in rural North Texas, I can tell you, the Democrats don't come out here. So what are Democrats misunderstanding about the rural population right now?
Say that again.
What are
Let me turn up
Democrats?
my volume.
No worries. My dogs are barking like crazy. I could probably move this closer so you can hear me better. What are Democrats misunderstanding about rural voters right now?
The hardships that they're going through right now. My friend just said they can hear my clicks, but I'm not even clicking anything.
No,
so I don't
it's
know what he's
totally
hearing.
fine. Yeah, it's probably mine. You're probably going to hear some tapping on the keyboard also. It's fine. We're pretty lax around here. It's totally cool.
Good. But yeah, so right now they're just someone talked to me last night about gun reform. Democrats with gun reform haven't hit the right note with them.
Mm-hmm.
And especially here in the rural, a lot of them farmers, hunters, and so they obviously own guns
Yeah,
and they go hunting.
that seems reasonable.
And so right. And yeah, and I understand where he's coming from because some of the Democrats have said they want to take away the guns, which isn't the right way to go about doing it.
Right. You know who else has said they
then-
want to take away guns, though? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Trump has said that a couple times.
He has.
And so is Pam Bondi. So I don't know. I just work here. I don't know. I just work here.
I know, right? And but if we say it, it's different.
Mm-hmm.
But if it comes from him, oh, we got to do it.
It's fine.
And it makes zero sense sometimes. But up in the rural area, not hitting the farmers enough. The farmers, the Republicans hit the farmers, and they talk to the farmers about helping them succeed. And I have yet to see that because going across the state, you see a bunch of these farms closing. And they're closing because of the tariffs that are hitting them, the outsourcing to China, the soybeans, everything.
It breaks my heart, honestly. It's terrible. Yeah. So a lot of rural communities I think they're really frustrated, honestly. And I'm hoping that the more because there's a stigma, right? There's a stigma with Democrats. It's the demon rats. The demon rats, as we've been. It's a moniker I wear proudly. I'm like, I don't care. But it's tough because if a Democrat comes and knocks on your door and you are a staunch Republican, you're not going to give that guy the time of day. But you might remember that he came. When it comes time to fill out your ballot. So are you making it a point to show up even in those places that might not be so welcoming or warm and fuzzy for Democrats?
Yes. So we have been going places that are red, but that's mostly the district. I've also talked by working at the airport. I talked to thousands and thousands of people, And some are Democrats, some are Republicans, some are independents. But in my opinion, it doesn't matter who I'm talking to. I'm talking to a human being.
Right.
And we're all frustrated and fed up with what's going on in the world right now. And so I talk to them, and I talk to them as an individual. I don't talk to them as a Democrat.
Yeah.
I don't come out and say I'm a Democrat. I talk to them as me. They eventually figure out I'm a Democrat.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Yeah, 'cause
running
you
as
want
a
healthcare
Democrat
for everybody, right? Like, so
I
weird.
want accessible healthcare. Yes, I
So
want
weird.
I want public education funded.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is that so hard to ask for when our fearless leader here is asking for over $1 billion for a ballroom
Oh man.
from Congress,
There's so many things
where we could feed the children in schools, we could pay teachers better, we could help with our healthcare. All that money could be appropriated elsewhere.
Yeah. And I don't
rather
think that
than this golden ballroom.
I don't think that he's there. I think that there's a lot of things that he's just taking, that he's not asking permission to take. He's just taking it. And I feel like when we have representation in Congress with a backbone, that we are going to find a lot of things that that he's just sort of helped himself to. So not looking forward to that. That's going to be great.
Mm-hmm.
So you mentioned healthcare. We both mentioned healthcare. It's a big deal. It's in really rough shape, especially in rural communities where hospitals are closing left and right. Medical debt is crushing families. People are going bankrupt because they got cancer. Like, it's just absolutely mind-blowing to me how broken our healthcare system is. And I can say that with confidence because I worked in the industry for over 17 years. What would you fight for in Congress to address all of the flaws that we have in our healthcare system?
There's so much.
I know. What a heavy question.
Well, there's so much. There's so many flaws. How to pick just one?
Pick your favorite kid. Matt, you have to pick your favorite kid.
Yeah. Gotta pick my favorite kid. Well, let's see. Which one do I want to pick? Well, like you said, in rural America, not just here in Missouri, but hospitals are closing, especially now with all the the funding cuts that we're gonna have coming soon, with this BBL.
The big,
passed,
beautiful lie.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, the one thing that I personally want to fight for is making it so healthcare is affordable. And that would be having to reach across the aisle and talk with, insurance companies. They're going to make their money either way. Mm-hmm. They just like to, ring the towel, as I like to call it, out of all of us folk. And for instance, with me and my wife, we're having trouble conceiving. And yes, I work in the federal government, kind of, sort of, with TSA, but IVF isn't covered. And then, going even to go get tested for infertility is not covered. You have to pay straight out of pocket. Well,
and
that type of stuff.
Thousands of dollars, right? Like, that's thousands.
IVF is $16,000 for just one treatment, but who's to say it's going to hit on the first treatment?
Oh my gosh!
And we've tried IUI, which is luckily it's only $600, but that's also a couple of different times, so that adds up. And I don't understand why this can't be, covered under insurance. They're still going to get money, cover it.
And
especially
it was a
if it was a promise.
It was
by
a
the
promise.
father of IVF.
Yeah, the guy who invented IVF promised us that he would take care of it.
Right. And, man, I lost my train of thought. Where was I going with that?
Yeah,
Ah,
he promised it would
that
be
one.
free, and people are just suffering.
Right. Oh,
Right.
but he says, they're the party of families and all that, and they want us to have families. It's like, well, okay. How are we going to do this then? We're not all magicians. Can't snap our fingers and have children.
No. And why would we want to? I'm sorry. I'm going to go on my feminist rant for a second. Why would we want to? I mean, I know that you guys are trying, and I love that for you, but there's so many women who are so sick of all of this. Like they want us to have kids. They can't give us affordable childcare. They want us to be at home with the child full time, but they don't want to give our partner a living wage. Like there's so many things that they're not willing to do. Like they're pro-birth, but they're not pro-life. And
right.
It's absolutely infuriating to me. So,
even though they say they're pro-life.
It's yeah, they need to look that up.
Yeah, if they were pro-life, then why can't we find some sort of reform on the pew-pews? Why are our kids going to school and having a fear of not being able to return home?
Yeah. If they were pro-life,
I'm like, I don't understand that.
They would be concerned about making sure every child has a meal. They would be making sure that every child has health care. They would be making sure, if they were pro-life, they would be making sure that every child with a disability has access to a fair education. Right?
Right.
So, yeah. He wants to make school illegal. I think that you're probably right, Sin.
Well, I mean, yes. Well, I mean, they did, cut out a lot of the Department of Education because in their mind, they think that the Department of Education is in control, but it's really the states that have control of the education. Well, the Department of Education is just for funding purposes, to help funding.
It was that darn AI sauce. It's the A1, the
yes.
AI sauce that they. The best
Stick
people.
To WWE.
I got the best people. They're the best people ever. We are seeing teachers drowning right now. Public schools are under attack. The solution is vouchers, of course. You just get a voucher and you're fine.
Just
somehow politicians, right? I know. Somehow politicians have decided that librarians are an enemy now. Like, what the hell is happening? What needs to change? I mean, yes, pick your favorite child again. What is the one thing that you would change right now about the education policy in this country?
I am a big advocate on free and reduced lunches for children.
Me too.
So when I'm not at the airport, which actually today I was at the elementary school here, which is where I worked before going to the airport. And it doesn't matter what income level you are at. If you can't afford to be fed, you should deserve, free or reduced lunch.
Yeah.
Not only does it help the kids in school learn better, but where's the food come from? Well, it comes from outside sources. It comes from, farmers. It comes from stores. So you're going to boost the economy that way too.
Yeah.
It's a cycle. So I'm a huge advocate of that. Kids learn better on a full stomach, which I can see firsthand by working in the elementary schools. Kids are so much better when they're fed and not, hungry and falling asleep and,
Angry.
Yeah. So I, for one, that is my biggest thing is I want to fight for that tooth and nail. And instead of giving the $1 billion to the ballroom, let's give it to the schools.
Yeah. They would do so many amazing things with that money too. Like they can stretch a buck. The schools know how to stretch a buck, right? And I will tell you, I moved here to Texas from California. They hate that, by the way. They really hate that. And I brought all my liberal policies with me. It's been so fun. But when I was in California, it didn't matter what your economic status was. It didn't matter how much money you made. Every child got free school lunch and free school breakfast. Period. End of story. We pay a lot of taxes. We pay a ton of money in taxes in this country. Mm-hmm. And you're telling me that we can't afford to feed the kids? Like, what is happening here?
You don't want to see where the money's going.
Yeah, I know. It's not going on.
It'll make you really upset.
Yeah. And when I moved here to Texas, they don't do that here. So, okay, cool. So not only did my daughter start school in 2020, yeah, we can talk about how fun that was. Did you ever try to teach a kindergartner how to use a computer? Oh, yeah. But then we moved to Texas and they're like, well, now we have to figure out what she actually likes. She doesn't like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Awesome. Cool. So it's been an adventure. It's been fun. Yeah, our education policy, and honestly, I believe firmly that education is the it's pretty damn close to the number one issue, because an uneducated populace is easier to control. And if they break education,
didn't he say that? I believe
he said smart people don't like him. So
yeah, there we go. I didn't want to say it. I'll let you say it.
Yeah, I'm happy to say it because fuck that guy.
Yeah.
I mean, we can drop the 4-letter words here if you want. If you feel so inclined, we're under authoritarian rule, and 4-letter words are absolutely needed and wanted in the world today. So let's talk about being a woman, because you know all about that, right? No, you don't. It's okay.
Sure.
But reproductive rights are completely under attack all over the country. Yep. LGBTQ rights are completely under attack. And as a member of the queer community and a woman, I take umbrage to that. Our civil liberties across the country are totally just being crapped on. What concerns you the most about where this country is heading socially?
Well, I am an ally of the LGBTQ community because I have family members that are part of the community. And when he won both terms that he somehow won, I feared for my family. And
tears. There were actual tears. Liberal tears were pouring down my face. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And so, I'm also doing it for them. And then as you're, talking about being a female, my ex had to have an abortion.
Mm-hmm.
And nowadays, if she didn't have it, would she still be alive? And that is a huge thing. It is a woman's choice, 100%.
Yeah.
No male should control the female in her decision making. Most importantly, if it's a medical reason, they know their own bodies better than we do.
Yeah, and
go
ahead, sorry.
no male should tell a woman you cannot do this. Nope. It is their choice, 100%.
Yeah, and the shitty part about it right now is that women are actually losing their lives because of these laws from the pro-life section of the country. Like, they're pro-life, but, not for you.
Exactly.
And it's I'm raising a daughter in Texas. We don't have bodily autonomy out here. It sucks. So super refreshing.
And that's one of the amendments that they're putting out here, because we passed it 2 to allow abortions, and then our pro-life members of Congress in the state were like, no, they don't know what they're really voting for. So we're going to change the wording and put it back on the ballot. It's like, no.
Ridiculous.
Like, yes, I understand we're voting for liberal ideas and then voting for Republicans. That, yes, that doesn't make sense. But sometimes they're the only ones on the ballot. They're going to win anyways.
Yeah. If they run unopposed.
If they're running unopposed, they need one vote.
Yep. Exactly.
So it passed by more than a majority. It passed by like 57%.
That's crazy.
And so we do know what we're talking about. We do know what we're voting for.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know who they're representing, or they don't care who they're representing, which is what was the case with Sam Graves until he decided to retire.
And honestly, isn't that a problem for the people of Missouri? Like, isn't that an issue? You'd think that would be,
it has
pants on fire moment.
A lot of people. Yeah, it has upset a lot of people that I've talked to with the fact that they feel like their voice isn't being heard.
Yeah.
And they're right. They're 100% right. Their voice is not being heard. And that's why my slogan is a voice for Missouri, because that's what we need.
Yeah. For once, it would be super duper nice.
Mm-hmm.
So we mentioned earlier that trust in Congress is in the basement, but I'm going to go even further. I'm going to say trust in Congress is actually in hell, in the basement in hell.
There you
tucked
go.
away
all
in
the way
a
down.
neat little Target gift basket covered by a flannel blanket and a photo album from 1944. Trust in Congress is like under hell. I don't even know. It's somewhere below where whale skeletons and old Blockbuster DVDs. What does government accountability actually look like to you?
We need more of it. We need our Congress members to be held accountable. Because right now, so when you get voted in and you get elected, you say an oath of the Constitution. Well, I don't think one member of Congress is upholding that oath.
Yeah.
And
shocking.
Yes. And when you're a member of TSA, we also say the same oath. And I've had to say it twice. I had to say it when I got certified and I got the badge. I had to say it when I went to the academy. So I said it multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
And I can, for once, tell you I would love to say it again as a member of Congress. Because they need to be held accountable. And they need to hold everybody accountable. The president, the vice president, the secretary of war or defense. I call it defense still because that's what he should be doing. Everybody that has said this oath needs to be held accountable. And if they're not going to be held accountable, see you later.
They got to go. Yes, Justin, I completely agree. Justin says politicians should wear NASCAR-style jackets with the sponsors on them, so we can see who bought and paid for them. That's from Man of the Year, okay? Yes, absolutely. Agree, 1,000% agree. Yes, let's do it right now.
Reading that, I can hear Robin Williams in my head.
Yes, I love that man. I haven't cried at the death of a celebrity like probably ever, and then he passed away and I was just a sobbing mess. It was so stupid. Like
him and Betty White.
Yes, ugly crying.
I didn't think she was ever gonna die.
No, man, I'm not looking forward to Dick Van Dyke. That one's gonna hurt me. That one's gonna hurt a lot.
Yeah,
like
that's
that
gonna be tough.
That one's gonna hurt a lot.
I just hope he goes out dancing.
I'm sure he's will. Dancing and singing. Yeah, that man. So, as we're talking about trust in Congress, I started to kind of noodle over an idea. And I haven't talked to my team about this yet. So, surprise, ladies. Surprise! I have an idea, and we're going to do it. So, I started putting together this, the village version of this People First congressional pledge. And I would love to send it to you, and I would love for you to take a look at it, and I would love for you to sign it and make a video that says you're doing it. Okay? That's your homework. It's not going to say you have to give all of your money to It Takes a Village. That's not what it's going to say. Although, I might be onto something there. This is something that is it's common sense. It's common sense stuff that all politicians should be doing. Okay? So, and I want to get everybody's feedback on this in the chat as well. I'm going to read a paragraph and you can tell me if you agree or disagree. Okay? And if there's anything that I'm missing about like what needs to be included in that paragraph, let me know so we can put it in there. We're going to workshop this together, okay? This is the Village Pledge. I acknowledge, when I say I mean you, that public office is a public trust and that my first obligation is to the people of the community, not to corporations, lobbyists, wealthy donors, political parties, or personal ambition.
Perfect.
Agree?
I was waiting for you to keep going.
No. I'm reading one paragraph at a time. By signing this pledge, I agree to govern in service to the village, that's your community, and to protect the well-being, dignity, freedom, and economic stability of working people and their families.
Love it. Love it.
Okay. I pledge that I will not use public office to enrich myself, my family, political allies, donors, or special interests at the expense of the public good. I will not trade access, influence, legislation, appointments, or political favors for personal or financial benefit.
Good.
I pledge to reject corruption in all forms. Oh, my dogs are going nuts back there. You hear them? I pledge to reject corruption.
I couldn't tell if it was mine or yours.
Nope, it's mine. Including undisclosed conflicts of interest, insider profiteering, backroom deals, and legislation written to benefit corporations over the people they impact. I pledge to remain transparent and accountable to my actions, votes, financial interests, and relationship with lobbyists, corporate entities, and political organizations. The people have a right to know whose influence their government who's influencing their government and how decisions are being made.
Great.
Good. I pledge to remain accessible to my constituents through regular public engagement, honest communication, and direct accountability to the people I represent, including those who did not vote for me.
Agreed.
Okay. I pledge to support policies that strengthen working families, protect civil and human rights, defend democracy, expand access to healthcare, education, housing, fair wages, and safe communities, and ensure that government serves ordinary people rather than concentrated wealth and power. Good.
Very good.
I pledge to support judicial accountability and equal application of the law. No elected official, judge, corporation, or wealthy individual should stand above accountability to the people and the Constitution. I further pledge that I will not accept employment as a paid lobbyist or corporate influence agent immediately following my service in office, nor will I use my relationship built through public service for private enrichment at the expense of the public trust.
Yes.
That's a big one. I understand this pledge is a public contract with the village. If my actions violate the spirit or intent of this agreement, the people have the right to publicly challenge me, organize against me, and withdraw their support and seek new representation. Public office is not ownership. That's the consequences
that Sin was talking about.
It's not entitlement. It is service. The village comes first, always. Does that sound doable to you?
It does, 100%.
Awesome. So I'm going to send this out to you. I'm going to send it to you in an email. I would love it if you would make a video just going through all of the things, telling people that you're committing to this. We're going to blast it out on all of our platforms. And, you know, because you're signing it, that's awesome. And that means that we're going to support you 1,000%, because every person running for office needs to have these, standards. Standards?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
There's standards, right? Yeah. So, amazing. I appreciate that. Thank you. And to the chat, thank you. How I wish I was a part of their employment with government seats. Man, me too. And severe consequences. That's right, Britt. So, working class Americans are struggling right now, as we all know, while giant corporations are recording record profits. Like, yay for them.
Yep.
What policies do you think would genuinely help ordinary people right now?
Ordinary people?
Yep, you and me, bud.
One of the one of the propositions that passed here, the earned paid sick leave and family leave. You know, we're showing up to work. We should be able to earn sick leave, vacation leave, family leave if something happens with our family. We shouldn't have to go without pay.
Yeah.
Because we're not 100% healthy. Everybody gets sick. Everybody's family, something happens. And so we deserve, if we're going to show up to work, we deserve to earn something for that, not just a wage. And sick leave, vacation leave, whatever it may be. We deserve that.
Mm-hmm.
And we also deserve a livable wage.
Shocking, right?
And
these bills need to be
I know
paid.
what. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Especially with your tariffs going higher and higher. The orange Mussolini.
Love him to bits.
Yeah, and so with gas pricing getting what? It's $4.30 here. I don't know what it is in Texas, but it's like sky high in California.
It's okay. So my family still lives in California. Here in Texas, it's $4.78. Okay. In California, in Northern California, it's $7.92 right now.
That's ridiculous.
Yes.
I remember when gas was below $1.
I know too. I'm
It's
so
a long
old. We're so old, Matt.
But our livable wage according to them is what, $7.25? I think they have it at, or something like that.
But Congress deserves a raise. Mike
yes,
Johnson
but-
did mention the Congress people work so hard. They need to get a little bit of a bump.
Wait, when? When they're on vacation or not on vacation?
When
Which
do
is
they
when they're on
work?
vacation.
I just don't understand.
I haven't seen them actually doing their job lately.
I haven't seen them doing anything
It's-
other than
it's when something needs to be a vote. Oh, we're going to go on vacation. We're not going to vote.
lips on
And then
the
by the
ass
time they
of
come
the
back, they
president.
forget that they need to vote.
Yeah. It was, it's, I don't understand. Worst speaker in modern history. I'm just saying.
Absolutely.
Worst,
Yeah,
worst
you
speaker in
can't listen
modern
to him
history.
because he'll be talking about one thing, and the next thing you know, he's on something completely different. And you're like, when did that happen?
Yeah.
When did we go there?
Yeah.
And it has absolutely nothing to do with the question that was asked.
Yeah. The shriveled little goblin of pivoting. I just don't like him at all. Yeah, he's not my favorite dude. And Matt Gromlich, also another Matt, by the way. What's with all these awesome dudes named Matt? I don't know. Matt Gromlich is running against him in Louisiana. You should reach out to him because he's awesome and you guys might be working together. So definitely
I think
good
I follow
to
him.
Yeah, he's great. Just, good to
I think
build
he's one of the ones I follow.
put those bricks in place now so that when you guys do get into office, you can hit the ground running. You know exactly what you're going to do.
Yes.
You already have legislation that's ready to go on day one. Speaking of day one, what is your number one priority? The second you take that oath, when your hand goes down, what are you doing? Champagne. After the champagne, what are you doing?
After the champagne. It'll be talking with other members and throwing out the big I.
Yeah.
The big I for everybody.
Do you think that that the Big I is investigating everything that's going wrong first, or are you going to try to remove the orange stain,
Yes,
and
to both.
then investigate all of the things?
Yes, to both. There'll be an investigation on what the heck's going on, plus getting the orange stain and his VP and the Secretary of War out of there.
Yeah, I will not call it that. I will not.
That's why I did the air quotes.
Oh
Air
man.
quotes. It's always gonna be Department of Defense, because
Yeah.
America
Just
was founded not to be aggressive, but to defend when things happen.
Yeah. Just like it will always be the Gulf of fucking Mexico. Like,
Yes, it will.
I'm so sorry that, like, to break your bubble, but that's what it is. Yes.
Yep.
It's absolutely crazy. And a lot of young voters are feeling completely hopeless right now, completely disconnected from politics. And I mean, it totally shows. Exactly liberal from all the way from the Supreme Court all the way down. People are losing faith in the system that was supposed to protect us. So what do you say directly to them tonight?
I feel you. I am the same way. I'm 37 years old, so I'm still considered. Well, I feel old, but I'm young.
You are.
But I feel you that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel you that there has been a disconnect between the voice of the people, the members of Congress, for far too long. We need a changing of the guard, is what I like to call it. And it starts with getting those younger generations out to vote for people like me. People that are fighting for people like you, the people, not corporations, you know. Because my NASCAR jacket would be blank, because I don't get bought.
That's super boring.
It'll just be a varsity jacket kind of.
I love it.
thing.
So,
Yeah.
would you be one of those Congress people that would support expanding the court, the Supreme Court?
Yes.
And do you support impeaching some of these more corrupt judges that should have retired a long time ago, honestly?
Yes. The Supreme Court is supposed to be a nonpartisan group of people, and it's clearly not.
Yeah.
Clearly, like clear as day, everybody can see it.
How do you feel about term
And
limits?
Term limits. If you can do your job, do your job. But if you can't, bye.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what clicked in Sam Graves' mind, is he no longer had the faith of the people.
Yeah, I mean, it would be really nice if some other
And
people would.
there
would
are
do the
some,
same.
yeah, exactly. I agree. There are a lot of them in there. And so there should be term limits in that aspect, yes. I don't know how I would want to word it, though. Because there are some people in there that, if I'm 37, I don't want my term limit to be 2 terms, because then I'm still pretty young and I can still serve the people. There are people, I can't say Chuck Schumer because he's not doing much right now either.
Chuck Schumer is talking about the Baileys, this mythical family that doesn't actually exist. He's not working for us.
Right.
Cory Booker,
He,
it's, they're performative. It's performative.
Mhm. Right. And I think Nancy Pelosi's retiring, so I think she got it in her mind. I can no longer serve the people. There are some people that, have the brain to do that.
Bernie.
I don't know if he has the brain. I mean, he goes off on tangents sometimes too.
Mm-hmm.
He has great ideas.
He does.
I just don't know if he needs to work with AOC and get those ideas straightened out
with the younger generation.
So they're a good train of thought.
Yes. Yes, I agree with that. Yes.
65 gone.
65 and gone. I think if you are too old to fly a plane, then you should not be in Congress. If you're too old, if you're too old to fly an airplane, then you should not be running the country. I don't know.
If you fall asleep during hearings, you should not be in Congress.
That's not. No, hang on a second, Matt. I take umbrage to that because that is clearly blinking. Okay, that the president said that's blinking.
Yeah.
That's not sleeping.
The picture was taken at the wrong time.
Exactly.
I thought I saw drool coming out of his face.
I know, right? It was a snore. What? No, that wasn't a snore. It was a sneeze. Yes. Okay. That's amazing. Ugh. So,
but
what
yes.
are you? Go ahead.
But term limits, it's a hard thing to come by if you have the young generation in there still.
Yeah.
The old generation, Chuck Grassley and all them, yes. I think it's time, go sit on a beach. Take the time you have.
Right, enjoy your grandkids.
There you go. Exactly.
Come on. What are you doing?
Yeah, because right now, the faith of the people is not there anymore. Diaper wearing is not
automatic. If you have to go change your Depends in the middle of a hearing, then it's time to go. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, here's my take on term limits. And I've spent a lot of time thinking about this. Congress, especially in Congress, you have a 2-year, that's your term. 2 years is your term, right? If you don't work for the people, the election is your term limit. That is the accountability to the people is your term limit. I think that as far as term limits go, I would so much rather get rid of big money in politics because we can't have term limits if we still have big money in politics. We can't do both, right? If you have big money in politics and term limits, then they're just going to keep cycling in these people that don't give a shit about us. So, yeah, my friend V is in Mortal Kombat mode. She's like, finish him. Fatality. Yes. I love that. I love that for you. I'm right there with you. So what are you hearing from Missouri farmers, workers, and small business owners when you're out talking to voters?
I'm hearing a lot of frustration. A lot of frustration.
Are you hearing that from the right as well as the left? Because the left, we've been in a perpetual state of fury for 10 years. But talk to me more about the right. Because we already pissed. Okay.
Right. Well, I mean, some of the right that I've talked to say they'll never vote for the left. And so I'm like, okay, so I asked them why. Give me reasons why. And they can't really give me reasons why. It's because they were born and raised on the right-hand side. I'm like, okay, but that's not a great answer. Because what if you have somebody like myself that is going to fight for you and your family? That's going to, build your farm so that you don't have to sell your land.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, I don't know about that. And I'm like, think about it. Just give it a thought, because you see your neighbor's farm closing because of outsourcing to China, or the fertilizer and the soybeans getting sold elsewhere, Argentina.
Yeah.
And I'm like, look at all your neighbors that are going to have to go somewhere else. How long is it going to be until you are going to have to uproot where you're from and go somewhere where you can thrive? Where wouldn't you want to stay where you were born and raised?
Yeah. Some of these farms are generational too. They're grandpappy's farm, it survived the Dust Bowl, for fuck's sake. Like, yeah, it's crazy.
Right. And then you talk about how if their family member or even them get in a serious accident or whatever, how long is it going to take for an ambulance to get there or for you to get to the nearest hospital?
That scares me.
One of our advocates here was telling us a story about a young girl in Kansas that they had to meet halfway. An ambulance had to meet them halfway, and she ended up dying in the ambulance on the way to the hospital because it was too long of a distance to get to the nearest hospital, and that just isn't right.
That makes me
And
very
so
sad. That makes me deeply sad.
It makes anybody with a heart, anybody that has a heart, it makes them sad.
Yeah.
And then I just heard a story about a farmer in northern Missouri who went into the local store and saw his fertilizer bill and committed suicide.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like,
Ugh.
that should not be happening here. That is not the America we grew up knowing and loving.
Yeah. That's terrible.
Going through school, you hear about the American dream. And right now we're living the American nightmare.
George Carlin has, George Carlin is, right? Like,
Yes.
I mean, please, if you don't know who George Carlin is, educate yourself, okay? George Carlin has a fantastic quote where he says, "It's called the American dream because you have to be asleep to believe it." And like that hits me in the chest. I feel like the American dream was something that we were promised when we were kids and we put our hands over our hearts in elementary school and said liberty and justice for all. And then as we grew older, we start to realize that, well, I mean, it's only applicable if you are rich and white and,
and
well
male.
connected.
Don't forget the male.
Yes.
Because
So-
it seems to be, rich white males that are getting all of the love. And it's just, it's not right.
Yeah. The rest of us are like, hello. You made millions of dollars off of exploiting me. Can you please give me some crumbs?
Mhm.
Yeah. It's annoying. Annoying isn't the right word. It's absolutely fucking infuriating. How mad are you? Are you seething? I know when you're running for office, you have to kind of you have to put up, you have to have poise and you have to have eloquence, and has to be a certain, a certain moxie that you have to talk to the people, and get down on their level. But how angry are you about what is happening right now?
Extremely angry. Especially, I try my hardest not to check the news. I try my hardest, but
How's
you
that
go
working for
on
ya?
TikTok and you see the news. And
No,
it's
God damn it, Aaron.
it's like I can't go anywhere
Right?
without
Jeez.
seeing the news. And it's just like, you see Fox News, they say one thing, then you switch it over to MSNBC, they say something completely different. And it's like, okay, you can't believe anybody now.
No, it's
Unless
all-
you're there, unless you're physically there, seeing it in person, who do you believe?
It's feeding.
I never believe Fox News, so
It's
that's
feeding the rage machine. Rage and hate are so loud. They're so loud. Hope and love is more powerful, but hate is louder. And if they can continue to feed the fear machine and the hate machine, they continue to make money and they continue to keep us divided, right? So that's the goal. That's why Fox News is way over on the side. CNN is sort of on, the left middle-ish, and MSNBC is like on the complete opposite side. That's the whole purpose. It's crazy.
right. And that's how he's won his 2 terms, is feeding the fear.
Yeah.
And the American people are like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And so they vote for him because he says he's going to do all this wonderful things. And what has he done besides bringing us into another war that we didn't need to be in? He kidnapped the Venezuelan president. He's taxing everybody in America, thinking that it's the company that sending us the stuff
Oh,
is
yeah.
paying those.
Mexico's
He doesn't
built a wall.
understand tariffs.
He doesn't
Yes,
understand
and
anything.
Mexico's going to build the wall.
Yeah.
You know, I have a degree in accounting and finance, and when he said tariff, I'm like, oh no.
No. No.
And I'm like, we already pay too much for things.
We really do. Yeah, I mean, he's enriched himself and his family quite a bit. He's given government contracts to companies that he has a clear conflict of interest in. He's done a lot of things that has pilfered and pillaged the coffers of this country. Sure. For us, though, I don't know. He's building an ark. That's for us.
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. No, it's for him. It's only for him and his family.
I know.
And anybody else that kisses his boots.
Big gold letters. It's a Trump right
Big
over the top
golden
of it.
arc. There you
Oh
go.
my God.
Yes. Speaking of Robin Williams, one of my favorite quotes is about how Trump plays Monopoly with real buildings.
He does. Oh my God. I've never heard that before, but that's absolutely true.
Yeah, it was
Oh
one
my
of his
goodness.
stand-up shows I watched, and I was like, oh my God, he is so true.
That is so true. That man was filthy. I loved him. He was filthy. He was filthy. If you guys have not watched a stand-up there's two people you got to watch. You got to watch Robin Williams, and you got to watch Bob Saget, because that man
And George Carlin.
and George Carlin. 3. You guys have homework. 3 comedians. 3 white male comedians who just have their finger on the pulse of what we need as a country. Love them all. And may they rest in peace, I guess.
In peace, yes.
So, yes. Can you tell me about the immigration conversation that's happening in Missouri right now? Because it's become incredibly cruel and performative on a national level. So how do we approach border security without losing our humanity?
I mean, talking about
first-
it, we've lost our insanity.
I just can't
We
even believe
gotta
where we
get-
are right now.
I can't either, especially with working at the airport and seeing so many people self-deport out of fear,
That makes me so sad.
and having border patrol, ICE terrorizing our cities.
Hmm.
When they withheld funding, and shut down the government, I wasn't happy that they shut down the government, but I was happy why they were doing it.
Yeah, there was a purpose
And it's
behind it.
because, exactly. And
Mhm.
they stuck to their guns, which is what I was hoping they would actually do.
Yeah.
And it was, they wanted ICE to not get the funding that they were asking for, which was great. And this all happened after what was going on in Minnesota. But a lot of people here, some of the meetings I went to, were fearing for themselves, fearing for their neighbors.
Yeah.
And we got these cards that told us what to do if an ICE member, comes to your house or comes to you on the street. You got to know your rights. You are here on American soil. You have American rights.
Right? It's not exclusive to citizens. It says any
Correct.
person on our soil. Period.
On our soil, which, if you are here in America on our soil, you have rights given to you by the Constitution of the United States.
Yes.
And if you don't know your rights, talk to somebody, because they're going to do whatever they can to intimidate, trying to break in. I heard that they were getting Post-it note saying they could just come into your house. And I'm like, no, that's not a warrant.
That's
we need
not a
an actual
warrant.
judicial warrant. It's a little
It's written on a
post-it note
napkin.
from your.
It's fine.
Yeah, there you go.
Written on a napkin with lipstick
It says
on
my
it.
supervisor right there. I can go in your house. No.
Yeah, no, it's
So-
fine. His name's Jerry. It's cool. It's cool. Trust me, bro. It's good.
Yeah, exactly. And so the biggest thing here is just making sure everybody knows their rights and trying to cut out the fear.
Mm-hmm.
We shouldn't be fearful for our lives here in America.
Yeah.
Especially if some of them were actual American citizens too.
Yeah. What the hell? Like, nobody is safe. Nobody is safe. And they talk about like these homegrown terrorists. I have to use my language carefully on this app, but not for much longer, folks. I'm just putting that in your little noodle there, okay? Yeah, there's homegrown is referring to me, people who think like me. I have a fuck Trump flag flying in my backyard. They're gonna come for me. I ain't scared.
They're gonna
It's
come
fine.
for you soon.
They're gonna come for me soon. It's fine. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. Yes. Yeah. She says Rosie is her tool. It's her firearm. Rosie's gonna be waiting.
Gotcha.
I love it. So yeah, I mean, I feel like as a matter of national security is not scooping up someone's abuela from the grocery store. Like they're going after people in the courtroom, in their immigration, when they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're taking people off of work sites. Like they're taking people out of their jobs. And immigrants pay a lot in taxes. They pay a lot in systems that they don't benefit from. So
Right, which which the Republicans don't understand.
You'd think that
They think that they're getting a free ride, basically.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, it's the opposite for them.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
Because they don't
helping
have
our
a social
economy.
security number.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, and then the number that they're given, the identification number, is not a social security number, but it's very easy to confuse that when you have just two brain cells to rub together. So, I completely understand where they would be confused about that. So in Washington right now, and again, I'm going to ask you to pick your favorite child. What is one issue? Oh man, I'm already cracking myself up. What's one issue that's happening in Washington right now that deserves far more public attention than it's getting? Have fun. He's like,
Oh boy.
2 years later.
Do I want to pick this one or do I want to pick this one?
Which one do I want?
What in Washington right now? Well, the biggest thing is the War Powers Act.
Yeah?
They will not, for the life of them, vote to ring him in.
I don't understand it. Like, what do they have? What does he have on them? It's got to be something.
Honestly, it's the P word. It's power.
Mm-hmm.
With him in office, they get to keep the power.
Man.
And they own all of them. They have the Supreme Court in their pockets. They have the Senate. They have the House. They have the presidency, the vice presidency. They have it all. And that is why it's an authoritarian regime right now.
Shocking.
There's nobody. Yeah, we can't do anything about it because they have all forms of government.
Yeah. Yeah, this is what happens when you don't vote, Josh. Buddy. We're gonna have to have a talk. Yeah, it's been kind of crazy. I just don't understand why they don't have. I mean, we have 3 separate branches of government. You would think that they would want to actually do their jobs, but they do not.
And that's the whole thing about the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, the powers of them. There's check and balances. Well, right now, if you were to take the scale, that old scale of destiny, I think it's what it is.
Mm-hmm. With the
It's,
blindfold.
you know,
The lady. Mm-hmm.
yep.
Yep.
And it's all the way to the top for the Republicans. They own it all.
Yep.
There is no even out balance right now, and that is scary.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
And that's also why they're starting to gerrymander, and all of the states are soon going to be gerrymandering.
If your vote
Because-
didn't matter, they wouldn't be trying so hard to take it away from you, Josh. I think he's a troll. I think he's a troll. It's fine. He's probably not even American. It's okay.
It's okay.
But for anybody listening, it's so important to vote. It's so important to vote. You have your voice.
Especially now.
Especially right now. Like, there's so much on the line for so many people. If you don't vote, then that little kid who has a disability is not going to be able to get the 504 and the disability attention that she needs. There's, that woman who is LGBTQ that is going to have a really hard time continuing to stay married to her wife because they're trying to take away marriage equality. Like, there's so many things. Yeah, I could go on and on and on and on. So when did you decide to throw your hat into this race?
So I talked with the manager in December, so it was right after the November election of 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Talked with him in December. Then I want to say it was March.
Mm-hmm.
Was when I finally talked my wife into being like, okay. Though she's still, hesitant, but she supports me, which is huge.
That is
we
huge.
all need support in what we decide to do, especially with something like this,
Mm-hmm.
because it's such a public thing. And so putting my name out there was scary at first, but then I thought of all the people that were getting hurt, whether it, self-inflicted because of what the orange Mussolini is doing to us.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, mango Mussolini is what my wife calls him.
Yes. Love it. The tangerine tyrant.
Yeah, there you go, tangerine tyrant. I like that.
Yeah, it's good.
But it was working in the school, and I worked with kids with special needs,
Mm-hmm.
and they were redistricting because they had just built a new elementary school, and I was subbing, and at the end of the day, they were telling me that the new school, when they redistrict, they forgot the special needs program. And I thought they just meant that school. And yeah, exactly. And I was like, just that school. And the head teacher, who's one of my good friends now, she's like, no, the whole district.
How?
And I'm like, how do you forget such a large group of students? And so when they had to redistrict the redistricting, and some of the special needs kids are now going to a different school than when they started, which, if anybody knows any kids with special needs, change is hard for them.
Yeah, I have a daughter with special needs. I know. Yes.
And
That just makes me want to.
yeah. And so that it just made me fight even harder.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like, if we're forgetting that one group of people, who else are we forgetting?
Yeah.
And it turns out we're forgetting everybody.
It's everybody. Yep.
It's everybody but these rich white males.
Man, what it must be like to have it all. Telling you. So what has surprised you when you put your hat into this race? What has surprised you the most about running for office? The good, the bad, the oh no, this country is held together with chewing gum and duct tape moments.
Well,
It's like a
Going to
bad
all
episode of
these-
MacGyver. Like,
It is.
bad.
It really, really is. Which MacGyver though? The old one or the new one?
The old one. Is there a
I
new
liked
one?
the old.
Is there a new one?
There is a new one. It
No.
was. I think it's canceled now. But I'm used to the old one
It's not
that I grew up
broken.
on.
Don't fix it, man. Leave it alone. MacGyver. The mullet will always have my heart. I'm just saying.
Oh, always. Oh man, such a great show.
It really was.
Reminiscing.
Yeah. Nostalgia.
But just going around all the counties, the surprising question I get a lot is how much it's gonna take to raise how much is it gonna take to fundraise to win? And
Yeah.
my answer at the beginning was like, it shouldn't take any money because it should just be talking to people and getting them to vote. Whoa. Why do we need money in politics?
We don't.
And the answer is we don't is the real answer, but some people were like to pay off all these, politicians so that, they'll do our bidding.
Yeah.
But we shouldn't have money in politics. And that's always been what I've thought. It should always be the voice of the people because that's who we are voted to. That's who we're elected to represent. We're elected to represent the people. And yes, I understand corporations are people, but
Are they? Are corporations
Well,
people?
they might be robots. They might be A1 sauce.
I don't think Oh my goodness. I just had a terrible thought. Everything is so expensive right now. Everything is so expensive.
Everything.
And
Yes.
we know
Eggs, $13.
$13.59 and 9/10 of a cent.
Unless you're Trump, then they're free.
Unless you're Trump.
Go ahead.
And then they're free. Everything is so expensive right now. And everyone knows that grassroots candidates especially need funds. Do you think that is part of the strategy? To break the economy right before election so that candidates like you have a hard time getting fundraising?
Never thought of it that way, but I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why when I do ask for money, I don't ask for much.
Yeah.
They could give me $1 for all I care. And I tell them straight up front that whatever money you do give me, it goes right back.
Yeah.
Like I don't put it in my pocket. I don't keep it for any reason whatsoever. And when I was interviewed, they talked about my campaign finances with the FEC report, and they're like, "We see you don't have a lot of money in there." And I'm like, "Yes, but did you see how much I raised? I raised a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but I used the money for the campaign because that's what it's for.
Right.
It's not for me to put in my pocket and hold for whenever I feel like it."
Right.
And so, like, you see the yard signs, that is from the people. The people pay for those yard signs.
Right.
The literature that, that I give to people so that they can read about who I am and what I'm running for. All the money that the reason I'm so low on campaign funds right now is because all the money that I've raised went back
spending
for
it.
the campaign for the people.
Shocking. It's so weird how that works.
But you see the Republicans have millions of dollars. It's because they're not using it.
Yeah.
They're just putting it in their
It's
pocket.
in a
They're
war chest.
they're going to Paris.
Mm-hmm.
They're using it to travel rather than what it's meant for.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I absolutely hate the fact that people need to raise money. I understand, yes, you gotta travel and all that. Okay. Gas money. Yes, it's expensive right now.
Yes.
And so I can see fundraising for that, but I shouldn't need millions and millions of dollars just to win an election.
No, you shouldn't. You should need the voice and support of the people. Full stop.
And that's exactly. That's why, social media, Everybody has some sort of social media, and if they don't, their grandkids do, and they'll tell them about it.
Exactly.
And so, the literature and the yard signs are the biggest things. And then going and meeting people face to face and talking with them. Or doing stuff like this, talking to you on this and sharing this live.
That's free. That's free, by the way. Just saying, everybody. So if
all
people...
it does is take to push a screen.
I know, right? So if people leave tonight remembering only one thing about your campaign, what do you want it to be?
Just one thing, really?
Just one thing. Pick your favorite child. Come on.
My favorite child again.
Do it. Pick your favorite baby.
The one thing, huh? Like I said, so my slogan that I have for my literature is a voice from Missouri. So the one thing that I want people to take away is I am a voice for the people. And that is what you're going to get as a representative out of me. You're not going to get a representative for corporations. You're going to get a representative for the people. A brighter future for Missouri. There, yes, exactly. Just like what Pino-san said. I don't even know how to pronounce that.
I am fully on Team Pino-san. I'm just going to say it that way. That you need a dune buggy to go campaign around Missouri Win. Just saying.
That's my campaign manager, so of course he's saying that.
You need a dune buggy. They would remember you. You would not be forgotten.
Yes, they would.
How many candidates go driving around Missouri in a dune buggy? That's all I'm saying.
I don't think any. They get a bus.
They get a bus
for some odd reason. I don't understand that either.
Well, some buses have toilets in them. It's fitting. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, our favorite question for tonight, and I'm gonna toss this back to, I'm gonna sort of give it a little soft toss back to the audience here. If you guys have a question for our candidate, please put it in the chat, and we will ask when we are done with this last question, which is a very important question. It's our favorite question here at It Takes a Village. What can ordinary people do right now besides doom scroll and stress eat shredded cheese at midnight while doom scrolling constitutional crises?
Wow.
You're like, he had to get the mental picture there, guys. He had to think about opening the fridge at 2:30 in the morning and eating the entire block of cheese while looking at.
I'm at work at 2:30 in the morning, so.
Yes. Oh, great.
I wake up at 2 a.m. because I have to be at work for 3, so I'm at work at 2:30.
That makes me tired. Yes.
What can ordinary people do?
And remember, I know a lot of
I'm
people
gonna go with Britt Fleming. What she said. Vote.
Yes.
Everybody needs to get out and vote. Use that pen to project your voice and let people know we are the voice of America, not the orange Mussolini or mango Mussolini or whatever.
Tangerine Tyrant Kinkles, McThinkles, McDiaper Pants. Like, there's so many names.
There's so many names.
There's so many names.
But we are the power. We hold the power. We pick and choose who can go to Congress and actually do the work.
Yes.
That needs to be done.
For us.
For us, yes.
For us.
The people.
And I'm actually I'm gonna challenge you a little bit on that, because it's not, and I'm gonna challenge everybody in the chat as well, because I know a few people were like, vote. That is so important, yes. But our civic duty does not start and stop at the ballot box. You guys have heard me say this a million times before. Your civic duty doesn't start and stop there. If you have time and no money, you can write postcards for candidates that you really like, and you don't even have to be in their state to do it. You can phone bank for them. You can text bank for them. Mm-hmm. You can do all kinds of things to volunteer and help these candidates get across the finish line. If you have no time, and tons of money, guess what you can do? You can donate that money to amazing candidates just like Matt, who can help us reclaim our power. So, I mean, that's where we are, right? If you are not volunteering right now to be a poll watcher, holy cow, do we need poll watchers, especially with all of this, all of the shit that they're talking about doing. We're going to need people who can keep an eye on those polls. We're going to need people who are volunteering for their county precincts. There's so many things that you can do. And if you need ideas, please message me and I will help you. I will help you through whatever it is you need. I'm super excited that you went through this pledge with me. I'm going to send you that information. I would like to ask you to share your information as far as where people can go if they would like to get involved in helping you win the hearts and minds of Missourians. Missourians. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Missourians, not misery.
Not misery.
Even though
sometimes. I mean, I feel like we're all there. Oh, by the way, guys, we're at 104K. Congratulations. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Thank you so much for breaking y'all's fingers. To tap up that screen, we will be making a donation to Matt's campaign with your support. And I will tell you how we can do that as soon as Matt gives us his little spiel.
So many ways to you can contact me through my website at Levine 4 Congress.com. Facebook is Levine 4 FOR Congress. Email is levineforcongress@gmail.com. That I can't even read that. It's cut off.
I can't either. That's terrible. There. This is better. Okay, go ahead.
My Instagram is everything's Levine for Congress, and it's with FOR, not the number, only the number for the website.
Got it. Awesome.
And then if by chance you do have money, which I don't ask for money, but if you want to, I do have an Act Blue set up, though I don't know it off the top of my head.
It's probably on your website, yes? I would hope.
It is on my website, yes. Yeah. But I believe that is also Levine for Congress, donate, and all that fun stuff, yeah.
It's on the flyer.
Everything's on the web.
Oh, it's on the flyer too?
Act Blue, Matt-Levine.
Amazing. Thank you, Kim.
Yeah, that'll work too.
Awesome. That's how I will be donating. So, yeah. And don't be afraid to reach out because, we need
I answer everybody.
Yes.
Within minutes if I can. If you message me in the mornings between 3 a.m. and noon, it'll be afternoon because I get out of work afternoon.
I was going to say, everybody message him.
If it's Thursday or Friday, yes. If it's Thursday or Friday, I will respond ASAP because I'm off those days.
Yes.
But I respond to each and every person that messages me. I just got one the other day, which I have to do. A 13-year-old contacted me asking for my autograph because they're into politics.
I love that.
In Pennsylvania.
I love that.
So I'm gonna send them a little letter with my autograph and
get
that out there.
Can you share their information with me? Because I would love to just send them a little card saying, stay in the fight, because that it's so important for our young people to stay motivated. So if you could send that to me, that would be super duper awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Now I didn't see any questions from the chat. Okay, but
I saw one. It was weird.
What was it?
What?
I want to know what he has seen as a TSA agent.
I do too.
What's the weirdest thing you saw?
The weirdest thing that I've seen? Oh, man.
I mean, give us the skinny. Has it been sex toys? What is it? Like, what have you seen that's been like, whoa?
It was a sex toy, and it took up the entire bag.
Oh my gosh!
Jen, it was you.
It curled around the edges. And then the other one was a water bottle with a sex toy taped to it.
Wow,
that's interesting.
They said it was a joke, a college spring break joke, and we're like, yeah, sure it was.
Sure, gotcha.
Sure it was.
Sure it is. That's
Did you get the
hilarious.
snake stick out to like get it out of the suitcase? Like that little snake grabber?
No. So if we know if we open the bag and we see it, we close the bag right away. We don't want to embarrass anybody. It did happen once or twice where the officer didn't know what it was and pulled it out, and I was like, put that back in the bag.
What's this?
I was like, put that back in the bag, because it was an older gentleman, and it was a rose.
Damn it,
and he
Cherry.
didn't know what it was. And I was like, put that back in the bag. And he goes, why? And I'm like, that's a sex toy. Put it back in the bag.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Yes.
Well, the weird part, it was in a cowboy boot.
That's a weird place to put
He
it.
had it. It was at the bottom of a cowboy boot, and I was like, and it was his cowboy boot, but it was his wife's toy.
That is interesting. That is interesting.
And
They're gonna have a great vacation.
And
That's, I mean, yeah.
Whatever floats their boat.
No, this is a joke.
I don't judge. I don't.
That's right.
Exactly. I don't judge.
And
Being a supervisor, because I'm a supervisor, so I supervise all the officers, and yeah, and I don't judge there either. Especially when my officers take it out of the bag, don't know what it is. I'm like, just put it back. It's good.
Put it back, Jerry. It's fine.
Good.
It's fine. That's too funny. Amazing. So there's one thing that that I keep asking if one of our friends is in the chat, and it's because Britt's birthday, I believe, is tomorrow. So she's already had somebody sing to her today, and I'm gonna do my version of the happy birthday song for her. Yeah, it's right around the corner, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and
so a week?
And
From Wednesday?
I can't believe we're already at the end of May. What the fuck, man? Okay, Britt,
this going by quick.
This is for you, Britt. Okay, we're just gonna kind of, take it down a little bit here. Happy birthday to you. Thank you. Happy birthday to you. That's right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Happy birthday, dear Britt. That's right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Happy birthday to you. Thank you, my friend. Britt is an amazing person who does a lot to support our show. And with her support, we get to support candidates like you. I have this little venture that I do called Village Built, where I make really awesome, nerdy things like this. Is it right side up? This is a picture that goes on your wall, and it says, "I can do all things through Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who strengthens me." And she's
R.I.P.
Yes, love her to bits. But I make nerdy stuff like this. I make magnets and keychains and all kinds of nerdy stuff. And every dollar that we get goes right back into supporting you guys running for office. So I share that with everybody. And because you got over 100,000 likes, and you are also taking the pledge, which is super duper important. We're going to put a flyer in every single order that we get with your information on it, so that people know where to put their money. And like all the things that we do help people get involved and stay involved, because these moments matter and there's so much on the line for all of us. So that is what we do. Also, there's also an amazing little company called Not Your Merch. Have you heard of them?
I have not, to be honest with you.
Okay. The power that you feel when you wear your voice on your chest without having to say a word is like so incredibly important, especially in rural communities where you are, where I am. And this company creates things that you can wear on your chest that says everything that you are feeling without you having to say a word. And it gives strength to people who look at you, especially like marginalized communities who can identify you as a safe person immediately based off of what you're wearing. It is so awesome and so important. And they have really funny stuff too. Like, it's really freaking hilarious. So if you go to notyourmerch.com/iTav, if you ever need shirts or anything like that, these women can definitely help you out. It's a female-owned business. It's a Latina-owned business. It's a local small mom and daughter shop. So check them out. They are incredible. If you use the affiliate code /iTav, then we get a little cut and we can do more stuff to help you run for office. So super duper important. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. You're an amazing candidate, and I can't wait to see what you do for Missouri. Honestly, Missouri needs it. And if you don't, like, when is your primary?
August 4th.
Geez, you guys are late. Okay.
And then the general's in November. So
Yeah.
It's a quick turnaround from primary to general.
Do you have a primary opponent right now?
I have two.
Two. Have you talked to them? Have you guys like come up with a game plan? Or is everybody sort of like in their corners, like, pointing at each other?
At the very beginning, I talked to the other one, but then we sort of drifted apart because our ideas clashed.
Mm-hmm.
And then just recently met the third, because originally it was just the two of us.
Mm-hmm.
But then once filing opened, a third jumped in out of the blue.
Love it.
And nobody knew who he was. And
Yes.
so I just recently met him a couple weeks ago, and he's a good dude. And so with that, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But he was a good dude. But the other one is... Our ideas clashed, and why we're doing this clashed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that matters.
Like, I am public service, always have been, always will be, and I received a phone call from a committee member saying that his response to them was a state seat doesn't pay enough. And I'm like, oh, so you're in it for the money.
Oh, that's comforting.
And so that just, yeah, exactly. And so I've been keeping my distance, and yeah, pointing
That's a
fingers
bummer.
is what you like to call it.
In your
It
corners,
really is,
pointing at each other.
because at the beginning I thought he was a great dude until I received the phone call, and I was like, oh. And the fact that he attacked the LGBTQ community
I already hate
also
him.
didn't sit well with me.
Like,
Yeah, it
I already
didn't
hate
sit
him.
well
I
with
wanna
me
fight
either. Because the committee's in his home county
Mm-hmm.
that and they decided right after the 2024 election, they weren't going to open headquarters, but they were just going to work from home.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them are part of that community,
Right.
and they didn't feel safe, which totally understandable.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
And they were still working. It's not like they weren't working at all. They were still, working, just doing it from home. So he easily could have still contacted them. But when he went to the headquarters and they were closed, he decided to openly bash them on Facebook in their local community page. And
Probably wasn't very smart.
attacked them. And I was just like, how is that a Democrat?
Yeah. Ew.
Like, that doesn't even sound like a Democrat. It sounds like a Republican.
There's been
'Cause
a
that's
lot
what the
of
Republicans would do.
there's been a lot of that though. There's been a lot, especially right now, that you have to be really very careful because there are a lot of Republicans running as Democrats right now. And it's concerning.
One of my consultants was telling me that that's what their fear is, that if he is to win the primary, that he would either drop out or switch parties.
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't want to think about it at the time, but then seeing, like, he was supporting Elon Musk. He was talking about Starlink. And I was like, maybe he is a Republican or whatever he wants to call himself.
I mean, that's all you got to say to me. You know, if they're a fan of Elon, then they ain't a fan of us. So
exactly.
Yikes.
And so I don't like to bash other people, but when you can hide behind the facade using Facebook, especially if it's a private community page and we're not part of it, we can't see it. Or if they send private messages, and we can't see it if they don't want to send it to us. I tried to get the community member to send it to me. Right. Yeah. Well, I tried to get the community member to send it to me so I could just not necessarily use it, but have it in my back pocket if I needed it. But it's just when I first saw him speak at my county's committee meeting, he was just constantly me. Like, he was talking about him as an architect, his small business, and I'm just like, where's the us in this? Like, you're fighting for us, not yourself.
So this other guy that you get along with, and this other guy that you are like, you guys are sort of aligned on your stances on things and the reason that you're doing this. Have you reached out to them and have talked about how to work together regardless of the results of the primary? And do you have a plan to do that?
Yeah. So with me and him, so he's a veteran, and he's got a great service animal. But he was so great, and that we talked afterwards and we're like, all right, if I win the primary, he'd support me, and if he wins the primary, I'd support him, because I can get behind someone like him.
Amazing.
At the very beginning, I said it to the other candidate, but then I heard all this stuff and everybody was telling me all this stuff, and I'm like, I don't know if I can back that. Mm-hmm. As much as I want to support all Democrats, I can't support things that don't sit well with me.
Right. Well, that's what you got a backbone, you got to use it, right? So yeah,
right.
Love that. If you look, and I just have to be, I'm sorry, Grim, I'm going to fangirl a little bit. My friend Grim is in the chat, and he's like super cool. If you guys like totally don't follow him, like you totally should. He is great. He's really funny. He's really awesome, and he tells MAGA where to stick their stuff. So, go follow Grim. Everybody, say hello to Grim. We love Grim.
Grim.
Yeah, he's great. The Grimoire. He's fabulous. Yeah, and he's just got this way with the words, he knows, honestly, he knows the best, he does the best words. So, our Republicans can learn a thing or two from him. But yeah, so thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for having the bravery to run for office. It is so very important to do that right now, especially for the people in Missouri. So in rural Missouri even, it's not an impossible task, but it is going to be difficult. And I want you to understand that the system is not built for people like us to succeed, right? The system is not built for us. We have to win the game if we're going to change the rules, right? And we have to do that by working together and, continuing to play by their fucked up version of whatever this is. Right? So
I feel like it's the game Risk.
Yeah. But the good thing is that no matter what happens, you're continuing to move the needle further to the left, right? You continue to move it to the left. You are continuing to do the work. And it's even if you don't cross the finish line, which we are manifesting, and you absolutely will. We manifest that shit around here. If you don't, you're making it that much easier for the next person to come in behind you. And that should absolutely sit in your chest and give you some warmth and comfort, because there are going to be people after you. There are going to be people who will continue to fight even after you no longer can. And that is important to hang on to no matter what happens. So.
Right. And there are people that I've already talked to that are going to be first time voters.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually personally registered them myself.
Yes.
And,
I love that.
And so that is a huge win for the people here in Missouri to know that you don't need, if you are fed up with what's going on, other people are too.
Yep.
You're not alone.
Can I just real quick, before we do our closing, I just want to say, you really remind me of Steve from Blue's Clues. Have you heard that before? You look like Steve from Blue's Clues, and I love Steve from Blue's Clues. So I just needed to show everybody.
Everybody has to love Steve from Blue's Clues.
I mean, the guy's like he's so great. He's so great. But he looks like Steve from Blue. You guys see it, right? Like, chat, please back me up here. I'm not going completely crazy. I mean, I could have said Kevin Costner, but nope, it's Steve from Blue's Clues. 10 toes down. Yes, on that. So I just want to say thank you so much for being here. Taking the time to talk to us with us tonight is so incredibly important.
No, I can't unsee it.
I know, right? Yeah, right, Britt? Okay, so yeah. Okay, good. That's amazing. I love this for you.
And I'm in my chair, so
you can market. You can market that.
We need mail.
You need to put a hat on, and you just need to do some videos like he does, and you just lean in really close and be like, yeah.
Modern day Mr. Rogers. Oh,
I just
R.I.P. to him too.
Love him so much. Use that. That would be good. Yes, I love it. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, chat, so much for hanging out with us. And listen, whether you agree on every single issue or not, this absolutely matters. This right here, people are showing up. We're talking honestly. We're engaging with our communities, and we will not stop trying. Not because billionaire-funded propaganda networks screaming about green M&Ms, and not because politicians rage farming for clicks like failed podcast hosts with untreated anger issues. These are real conversations. Democracy only works if ordinary people stay involved, and that's us. Mm-hmm. It's heavy, but it's important. And these people benefiting from chaos are counting on us to become exhausted enough to quit paying attention, right? So don't stop paying attention. That's the whole game. Exhaustion, cynicism, isolation. They want people overwhelmed because overwhelmed people stop organizing. But community is powerful. Hope is powerful. And ordinary people working together scare the living shit out of systems that are built on greed. So if tonight inspired you, volunteer somewhere. Okay? Support your local candidates. Join mutual aid groups. Attend local meetings. Make art. Art is resistance. Community is resistance. Talk to your neighbors, and please, for the love of democracy, pay attention to local elections before your town hall elects somebody whose entire platform is, I saw a scary thing on Facebook once. Also, follow the show, share out the live, check out the link tree in the bio. And if you would like to support grassroots organizations through handcrafted rebel art, look no further than Village Built and our Whatnot Lives and Whatnot. Okay. We will be back soon with more candidates, more organizers, more hope, more rage, and probably at least one technical difficulty caused by capitalism. I'm putting my money on that. Until next time, Matt, thank you so much. Thank you to everybody. Make sure you guys are following, and I will be in touch with you. We have stuff to. I got to share a pledge. We got to talk about 13-year-olds. And, we, not in that way, guys, come on.
No,
No, it's not that kind of
not
show.
in that way.
No, we want to inspire and we want to inspire. That's what we're doing. Thank you. Thank you, chat. Thank you, everybody. And we'll be back on Monday with more. What am I missing? What am I forgetting, Kim? Kim is trying to get my attention. What did I forget?
Jen has an announcement for the next show.
Are you
wanna talk
pregnant?
about- Oh,
No, isn't, are we? I thought we were off Monday. I thought we were
We're
off
we
off on
are,
Monday.
but we
Memorial
have a
Day?
show that following Friday.
Yes, we do. And we're going to be talking all things post some of the GOPers that have been primaried and just updates on what we think may or may not occur with all of that.
The fuckery.
Yes, with Cassidy and Massey and all of that good stuff. And I'm sure we'll have other topics by then as well.
I'm sure. The world is on fire.
Yeah, join us because we'll have some open boxes and we'd like productive conversation. So it should be awesome. Take it away, Jen.
You're always welcome, Matt, if you want to come in and grab a box and we can talk about shit. So you are
Perfect.
You are a
Then
member
I
of
will
the village
definitely be
now.
on.
Yeah. Member of the village now, for good or for worse. For better or for worse. Yeah. Something like that. Anyway.
So,
Yeah, Matt, can I borrow $5 now?
Right. He's like, no, not unless you I don't know, buy some yard signs. Then maybe he'll lend you some money. I don't know. Thank you guys so much. And we will see you a week from tonight. Enjoy your holiday. Be safe. Don't forget the primaries. If you are in Texas, listen. It is so important.
Tuesday.
It is Tuesday. Okay? Very, very, very important. We're going to find out which feckless motherfucker's running against James Hellerigo. It's going to be so great. We hold no bars here. Thank you all so much. I'm going to go have margarita. I hope you all join me. Thank you. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Matt's wife. You guys are amazing.
Thank you for having me.
We'll see you guys again soon, okay? Bye.
Alrighty. Bye.